go.
All right, that's good now.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah!
I was in there too.
Yeah!
Welcome to episode 25 of the Awkward Tapes. The podcast where awkward friends have awkward conversations about awkward things, and it's already starting out awkward because we just made a stupid joke right before we started. But what's up, guys? How we doing? How you doing?
Good. Oh,
Oh.
man. I made a funny joke. And
You
hated
did.
it.
I didn't.
Okay, good.
Presley, start us out.
Wow.
I had to wake him up. You look
Whoa.
tired. Slap on the back.
Yeah, it's been a while since the coffee. Have you ever noticed how when you look at him speak, George W. Bush always looks like he told him a dirty joke right before he went on stage?
Yeah, I've heard this. That's actually true.
Like you squint your eyes like
Squint
you're
your
looking
eyes.
directly into the sun. You won't add a little Texas in there, and look like somebody just told you a dirty joke, and it's your job to keep it a secret.
No, but as you do that, you also have to do the shoulder thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Just your whole body's twitching.
It kind of is, yeah.
I just thought that. I just wanted
Can
to
you
share
do that face again?
I gotta walk myself through it. So squint your eyes directly into the sun,
No, let him do his process.
and then you try not to smile like you just heard a dirty joke. Add a little Texas.
That is definitely George.
Hello, Texas.
Bill Clinton.
We will keep drilling this in. How many subs? 999 subs.
No.
Plus one.
1,000 subs on YouTube. Merch.
1 million
Mark.
subs, Presley shaves his head.
Merch.
Yeah. 1 million and I shave my head, but that comes after we get to 1,000 because I want to
Because
drop.
a million is after 1,000.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you think about
Really?
it.
Wow.
I want to
It's a
release this
process.
freaking merch
Right.
so that we can distribute it and do giveaways and wear it ourselves in public and just general supportiveness.
Yeah.
So 1,000 subs, even if you listen mainly on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, it would greatly support us on
Correct.
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is episode 25. We
We've
are
made
a
it.
quarter of the way to 100.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We've made it all the way to episode 25. It's pretty good.
You
And
know
this-
what would be a great way to celebrate?
What?
1,000 subscribers on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh.
That would be. That would
That
be
would
a
be.
great.
Or 200K
celebration.
on TikTok.
Yeah. Or both. And
Or, maybe 500 on Insta if we could somehow
Yeah.
get up there.
Yeah.
Wink.
wink. No, that'd be really cool. I mean, it'll be in the future though, because we all record these on the same day. But who knows? Maybe if you guys are cool.
Only
That'd
if
be
you're cool. If you're
Only
not cool.
if you're cool.
No.
You are
The
not
cool kids
Cool or not
subscribe.
cool, we're happy you're here. Awkward or not awkward, we're happy you're here.
Cool as a pickle.
But let's be real. All
Yeah.
our viewers are cool if they watch us.
That's very
true.
cool.
This
yeah.
is episode 25 of the Awkward Tapes, and prepare yourself
What's
for a
funnier
session.
than 24?
25.
For a session of awkwardness.
Prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness. If you're not prepared already.
Dear gosh.
Zach, you just got back from a vacation.
Yeah.
So, okay, y'all had like a few stops, right? Like went someplace.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Did you have like a go-to snack on the road?
Yeah. Generally, my go-to snack on the road is like a Cliff Bar, and then like I really love when I'm on the road trying to find like you'll notice some gas stations will carry local drinks. I always try to find those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just depends on where
that was
you're
my
at.
question. Is like, what's your go-to road trip snack?
Definitely a Cliff
Okay,
Bar.
one of mine now. You introduced me to them as Saucitas.
Oh, those are so
I love
good.
Saucitas now, but I can only find them in certain spots.
Yeah, they're
It's
not
very
everywhere.
rare.
You know what's funny? I actually have my go-to traveling snack on me. I put it in my pocket before I left. Peanut butter and crackers.
I got myself some peanut butter crackers.
It's literally
right
in
here.
my pocket.
But you know what the crackers are made of?
What?
Cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
They are.
Right. Yeah.
Leighton is a sucker for cheese.
I am.
His go-to road trip snack, he goes into a Quick Mart and he just grabs some cheese sticks.
Yep.
Do you like Cheetos?
Yeah. I
Okay.
do.
You're,
It's good.
okay. Russell, what's yours?
You know those, it's terrible for a road trip. Those
Oh,
Nature
you-
Valley bars.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because they get everywhere?
Yeah.
I
what
was
were you
about-
going to say?
I thought yours would be like hot Cheetos or something.
Oh, I do like hot Cheetos.
Evan,
They
what
get
about-
everywhere though. You got to be able to
That's-
sit down and
yeah,
wash
that's
your
true.
hands after.
Evan, what about you?
For me, I would probably go some like, just some peanuts or something like that is good. Some Chex Mix. If you're going real fancy and you're dropping the big money, beef jerky is always a good one.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, yes. But no,
Ooh, Slim Jims.
No. But
Honestly,
Slim Jims are great.
I hadn't had a Slim
They're
Jim
not
until
bad,
like
just-
6 months ago.
well,
Man
Is
doesn't
that-
like Slim Jims.
I don't like
I
them
do
as
now.
much as beef jerky.
How
No,
can you
Ooh.
not like...
Because it's a low quality beef jerky.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're bad.
They're not
Just
bad, they're
they're
just-
not. I would much rather have beef jerky.
Long boy gang. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I
well,
don't know.
no one knows, so too
You
bad
guys
for you.
don't.
What is something that is always funny to you, no matter what? Like, it will always be funny.
You.
Probably SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
really enjoy
That's fair.
SpongeBob. Its humor is top notch.
Impractical Jokers.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
okay.
Yeah, some
Those
of
are
their
good.
stuff is hilarious.
The Ace Ventura movie.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like some of them. Have you guys seen? Okay, there are some impractical jokes. I think, yeah, okay, that's funny, that's harmless. If it's but if it's hurting other people, I cannot stand that. That drives me crazy. Like I saw someone the other day on social media, they had a fake needle, and they started poking people with it in
What?
public, like they were
Oh.
injecting them with
That's a
something.
little too far.
And that is way too far.
Yeah.
That's not funny at all.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah. There's
That-
a
but
line.
yeah, maybe that's a pet peeve of mine, but I don't know.
I had a lot of pet peeves over these past few episodes.
Yeah, maybe we're just angry
We're-
people.
Yeah, we're very
Angry bald
sensitive.
man.
Of course.
I mean, I guess that's it. What is all right? What's an actor or comedian or someone you thought was always just overrated or just not funny?
I think Will Ferrell's a little overrated.
I'd
Oh, that
agree.
hurt.
A little bit. I love Will Ferrell, but he's a little overrated.
I
That
knew
hurt
that
me.
this would hurt Shmev because I brought this up before. Like, it might have been our very first podcast or our second podcast or something because we were talking about Christmas movies
Yeah.
and Elf.
An elf. Yeah.
But I remember I mentioned something to where I'm like, I like Will Ferrell, but he's kind of overrated, and you immediately just got hurt.
I did.
Yeah.
I
So
have one. It's a little controversial.
Okay.
Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no!
As a,
He
When Harry Met
Wait, but is
Sally,
he-
Edward
he-
Scissorhands.
is he considered a
has
comedian
done. I don't know about
not-
not
yeah, he's not a
comedian,
He's
but
more
he's
of a
like
dramatic.
he's just like
drama
done so many movies.
He
but
has.
as far as comedians that are
Most of them are
overrated,
good,
I don't know.
No, I totally disagree. When Harry Met Sally, I believe he's in. Well, actually, he may not be in that. I'm thinking of no. It's not When Harry Met Sally.
No,
It's,
that was Harry.
Shut up.
He didn't meet Sally at that
Oh
point.
no, there was a
remember?
love movie he was in. Anyways, Edward Scissorhands, Pirates of the Caribbean. Bless you. You have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know. I love all
Alice in
those
Wonderland.
movies. Alice in Wonderland. He played good in that. Yeah, there's plenty of movies. I think
I just
he's.
feel like he's done
very well
so many.
He has done a
sure
lot.
movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey Zach.
Yeah.
Do you like love movies?
Do you believe in love?
I
'Cause he
haven't
said-
watched that many,
Oh, okay.
but I do like them. It
Okay.
just depends. Sometimes there are some that are really cheesy. Like, you ever seen a Hallmark movie?
They're all the same.
They're all
Yeah,
watch
they're all the
this.
same.
Okay, tell me that all Hallmark movies aren't this. Okay, so there's this successful businesswoman that's coming back to her hometown from leaving her boyfriend, who's kind of abusive but never really confirmed abusive. And as she's going back home, she's still having trouble at work. But while her abandoned boyfriend that she left in her current state is there, he ends up cheating on her and leaving her while she's in said hometown. But what do you know? This old flame I used to have from high school that just is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous now is still there, and I get to spend time with him, but I don't really want to be with him. I'm just hanging out with him for right now. But in the meantime, there's a quarrel in the town, and I need to help figure it out. But
quarrel.
you know what? The boyfriend is there to help me out, and this is great. And maybe we can rekindle some of this romance. Maybe it's there, and oh my gosh, it's meant to be. Oh, but wait, my old boyfriend wants me back. You know what? I'm gonna be the bigger woman, and everything that I've learned here this past summer while coming back home.
I'm invested
is
in this.
finally showing me that he sucks. I'm getting back together with my old flame. That is every single Hallmark movie.
That was fantastic.
The only thing you forgot.
Oh,
is
that was another
a
rant
lot
session.
Of them it was. The only thing you forgot is so many Hallmark movies take place during Christmas.
Yes.
That's the other aspect. There's always like a Christmas. Well, not always. A lot of the times there's a Christmas element.
But yeah, you can't. That's every Hallmark movie. I can't stand it. Anyways.
Yeah. No, we getting the bald rants today.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm fired up.
I'm-
I don't know what you put in that coffee, Schmep.
Oh,
I feel great.
Oh man, you feel like a crack addict. on
Hey, you
bath
missed it,
salts.
but Evan was getting his George Bush on over
I
there.
was, yes.
Oh,
The
really?
viewers will see.
what plot hole in a famous movie can you just not get over?
Oh.
This is one of
that's
those
kinda
ones
hard.
where I need to be reminded of it,
Well,
but
I got one.
okay.
Okay, I know it's hated on, but it's still pretty famous. That Batman versus Superman movie.
Oh yeah.
It just seems like why are they fighting? It almost seems like, oh, our moms are the same name. I gotta kill you. It's over. Well, but then
You stepped on my shoe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like you never really figure out why they're fighting each other. But then they did the director's cut or whatever, and
Yeah.
apparently it was better.
It does. It's a lot longer. It's like 3 hours, but it does help it make a little bit more sense.
Good.
That feels like every director's cut ever. When anyone mentions
Yeah.
a director's cut, people are always like, "Yeah, it's better, but it's about another hour," and you're like, "Is that worth it?"
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
directors should just stop telling such long stories
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm for that.
and just like cut it down.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
You can tell still a great story in less amount of time.
That's why I generally prefer TV shows over movies, because even if it's
Yeah.
like a long series or something, I'm like, I can watch at my own pace. Opposed to a movie, you have to like watch the first quarter or first half, then go back to
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of like when the Awkward Tapes, you know, that podcast that they were, you guys listen to sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed their length from like an hour to like 30 minutes because
It's
just
so much
easier.
better.
It's less of a commitment, and
Right.
yeah.
I know I hated those guys up until then, but now I
And
actually
it-
watch
it-
them.
yeah,
You know,
it's
I
really
even went to
better-
go subscribe to them. I heard that they're coming out with some great merch soon. So
Yeah.
I even informed all of my friends just to tell them to subscribe so that I could get merch.
You know, it's really
Exactly.
good, but that bald guy's got to go.
Yeah.
He
I,
really
I
does.
agree.
It gets
You know,
on
what,
everyone's
what
nerves.
about that tall guy who was quiet last time?
Oh man.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh, that guy. He's got a baby and everything.
Guy. He is a baby.
Yeah.
Freaking married.
Then you had,
love you, Chris.
this Jesus-looking
Chris.
psychologist who knows where he came from. Not a real psychologist,
Oh,
whatever.
I don't know.
Full disclosure.
The Bible. I'm sorry. That joke.
Where did that come
What
from?
about? I don't even understand the joke.
I don't either.
No, he said movies with plot holes in them.
Oh,
Sorry, it was just a joke.
Oh my. Here's
No, I
one.
honestly can't think of any.
I can think of like the entire the entire sequels trilogy to Star Wars was just like one plot hole after another.
Are you talking
Episode
about the-
7 through 9.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 1 through 3, but 7 through 9. Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, 7 through 9. 8 was just. I got bored like within
No,
30
those
minutes.
are-
Half the story that they spent time on for like most of the movie ended up just being thrown away. Like, oh, we could have just done this.
Controversial. I thought 9 was okay. 7 and 8 hated them. Thought
I
7
like
and 8 were
7.
not. Everyone liked 7, but it was just a New Hope remade. It was just a New Hope remake,
which
it
would
was
be
exactly
fine
the same.
if the ones after it got better. So like they use a formula that works and then they grow on it and answer some of the questions that were raised, but instead they asked more questions in number 8 and spent the entire movie on a pointless plot. And then in number 9 they just did a bunch of things that made
just-
everybody upset.
I got a question though. Did y'all like Rogue One?
I never saw that.
Yeah, I liked it
I
pretty well.
saw it. That's probably the Star Wars movie that I have the least memory of. Like I
Yeah.
saw it, I
Yeah.
don't remember it.
I had to
don't.
watch Solo though. I mean, I had Donald Glover.
That's
I heard,
the
that was
only
good.
Star Wars movie I have not seen. I've seen all of them except for Solo.
Well,
It's okay.
it's
I liked it.
Disney went back and said, yeah, this is a good example of why we should not recast younger actors as established roles.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like, wow,
true.
I guess it did not do that well. I never saw it.
I never saw it. I heard I'll be nice and say that I heard mixed reviews.
Yeah.
That means it's good reviews.
That means it sucked.
What smell brings you pure joy?
Zach's house.
Food.
Dude, I got
Okay,
What
all
does
right.
Zach's house
don't
smell
don't
like?
diss my parents. It's not the house. It's my room.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
room.
it's your dog Maggie.
Which has gotten better.
It has.
Oh, good. I've been
And-
keeping it more clean.
Good.
Yes, but that aroma it has now is a sense of joy because we're gonna have a good time.
Aw,
Aw,
that
that's
turned out
so
really
sweet.
I love walking up your stairs and then out of nowhere just hitting a brick wall of stank.
Yeah.
Guys, it's my dog. It's my dog. I promise.
Yeah,
it's
his
just my
dog.
Yeah, okay,
His dog
okay.
Maggie.
Shut
Just-
up. It is my dog.
It
No.
actually is.
For me, shocker, one of them's coffee.
Oh,
I love the smell of coffee.
I
Or a
love the
coffee
smell of
place.
Oh, I love the smell of tire shops.
Really?
I
Ooh.
love
Really?
the smell of tire
Do you
shops.
like burnt rubber?
Apparently. I mean,
No.
I love the smell of my garage when a
Fresh
car is
rubber.
parked in there.
Well, Zach also. Well, apparently, it's a ton of people out here that likes gasoline.
Yep. I
Love
do
the
too.
smell of gas.
No.
I'm not. Gasoline is one of those things where it seems like you love it or you hate it. I'm on the hate side, but apparently a lot of people love it, so I can only hate so much.
You know something else on the love it or hate it side? Cream cheese. You either love it or you absolutely
I
hate it.
can-
Cream
eat
cheese
it.
is cream cheese is fantastic on bagels. I'm not a fan of it if it's in like sushi or something. Have you had
Really?
cream
I-
cheese in sushi?
No.
I love it.
No, no, no.
I'm not a
They've
fan.
had it.
I have.
What?
Yeah,
We did?
You guys have had it. Sorry, I don't know why I was looking at
Have
you.
I?
They were the
Yeah, I
ones who
know.
answered
You were
wrong.
no.
Yeah.
They
No.
had it.
No, remember we went to that place in the hometown.
Oh, I
and-
loved it.
Yeah, it had one of those had cream cheese in it.
Yeah,
It
I
was
love
a fried
this.
roll.
Uh huh. I
And
think it's really
surprised,
good.
I was shocked. Presley did not like the fried rolls nearly as much as the traditional ones. Like
So
he's
I
very
think-
much in tune with your taste.
Yeah.
Hey, that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hey, the most awkward.
I went
fist
for a
bump you'll
high
ever-
five and then
Yeah, high five to. Well, I was gonna go for a high five, and then I thought a fist bump would be
Oh.
easier, and then just yeah.
Another
I-
one.
but I was gonna just.
Wow.
Okay, well, some smells that I liked growing up because it reminds me of home was or is the Pacific Ocean and the redwood forest or just redwood trees. I always love those. It
Voice crack.
Did I have a voice crack?
No, I did.
Oh,
Sorry.
you weren't even speaking.
I don't know. Okay, but no, I've always loved those. It reminds me of growing up there, and the redwood. I call it forest. I mean, people argue it's not forest, but the redwoods, they have like this really fresh and nice, but almost like musky smell to it. It's hard to describe unless you're actually there, but it's very refreshing. I like it a lot.
Well, I would imagine there's plenty of fresh oxygen there, considering the amount of trees.
When you're there, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
That's
I
pretty
got
cool,
one.
though.
You know, whenever you come, let's say you're at the beach or on a vacation for a while, and then you come back to your house and you have that smell of wood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
That
Like,
must be specifically your house.
Yeah.
Well, it's both houses I've been in. It's like just
Wood.
a wooden house. Like once you come from an apartment or whatever at the beach, and then come home,
Yeah.
and it just has that.
Your
it just
house
hits you.
has the smell now.
It does.
I think
New
it's just a
house.
new house smell.
It's okay. Maybe it's that. It just has that smell.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I'm trying to think. I like fresh cut grass.
I like peppermint because it reminds me of Christmas.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like
Also, do you like fresh cut grass because that you just like the smell, or is it because you like what the smell represents because it means you're done cutting the grass?
No, I just like the smell.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna sound so hypocritical. I have the worst yard to mow. It's not huge. It's not like a mile long.
I mean,
it's
it's a
just
decent size.
hills, man. Hills on hills on hills. Not bills on bills, sadly. And I gotta mow that thing, but I've been missing it. Like it's kind of therapeutic sitting and listen to a podcast or listening to music on the lawnmower.
Yeah, if only there was a good podcast to listen to.
I know. if
David
only.
Dobrik's had a pretty good one.
Not ours. Ours
I mean, he
is
does.
trash.
He does. That was just funny.
For me, another one is like hot dogs on the grill for some reason.
Oh,
I
Does
really
it
like
smell
it.
like
in
America?
summer.
It just reminds me of summer, like
Yeah.
summer break, like no school and stuff like that.
or a campfire.
Campfire
Oh,
smell.
yeah.
I love the smell
Or
of
like you
Saltwater
smell like
pools.
s'mores
Yeah.
or something.
I
Yeah.
love the smell of cheese.
Surprise.
You're like, oh, that
Every
smoked gouda smells
single-
Ooh,
amazing.
your mom's pecan rolls. Oh,
Those are amazing. My mom hand
me.
makes like cinnamon pecan rolls.
So good.
We put a whole bunch of sugar in it. We make
She
everything
makes
from scratch. It's
everything.
very
That's awesome.
They're very, very good.
Down to the
you,
dough.
You may gain like 15 pounds, but it's worth it.
It is worth it.
You know how when you go to a grocery store or you go to a restaurant and they ask you to round up for charity or something?
Oh yeah.
And I mean, sometimes you don't want to. How do you say no?
I just say
Do you
no,
just
thank you.
Do you just straight up say no?
I just
thanks.
say,
I do, yeah.
No, not this
Thanks.
time. As if there's gonna be another time.
Yeah. I didn't know if any of you had a hard time.
Well, I will say this, and I'm sorry, I'll let you finish your thought, but this is really funny, and I know you're gonna like this. Okay, so that happened to me once at a Kroger, and this woman was like, and it's always something like super like sad, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, do you want to donate to blah 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 to help disabled children whose families were just killed in a car accident? You know, like stuff like that, and you're like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. And she was like, all right, that sure does say a lot about you. I'm like, oh, okay.
wow.
I was like, well, I much prefer to research my charities that I donate to rather than unsolicited
Okay.
asks from a gas
Yeah.
station.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
very
think
much.
Layton's
That's
gonna
a-
get into
that's a
it.
good
That's
one.
exactly what I was gonna say. It's like if I don't know a clue anything about the charity or whatever, like, and it's like rounding up. Okay, what am I giving them? Like 99 cents to 1 cent is how much I'm giving them every single time. Like if you're just doing a roundup and giving to the charity, that's not anything at all. Like if I want to donate to them, I'll just donate a lot of money to them.
Well,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think the whole thing is that if everyone rounds up to $1, you know.
Yeah, but you could just give them a lot of money
Well,
if you're passionate about the charity.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with Zach and what he's saying. My main thing is, like, even though it sounds cynical, and I hate that you have to think like this, or at least that I think like this, but there are so many charities that keep like all the money for themselves. Like they technically
Yeah.
donate a small portion of it to say that they donate money, but they keep they'll keep at least 90% of it for themselves, and it's just like, I don't want to fund that. I don't want to be a part of that. Like they're not there to help people. It's people do use it as a get rich quick. I can't say that for some
Get
reason.
rich quick
Yes,
scheme.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you. But there's people use it for that, and just I don't like it, and I won't say it because I don't want to get into it. But I mean, there was a charity that just came out that they kept a whole bunch of money and they used it for themselves, and they bought like a mansion and stuff, and just it's messed up. I don't like it. If you're gonna donate for something,
If they did
you-
all
you need
that,
to
I think
donate
you
for
could
that.
say the name.
Well,
No, you
no,
can't.
no, I can't.
I know what he's
I'll say it after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So when you were a kid, what did you think was unique about you?
oh,
That I could flip my eyelids inside out.
Are you
I
serious?
remember that.
I can't
Holy
do it
smokes.
anymore.
What
I
the
could
hell?
make cardboard Nerf guns that they
Really?
weren't functional, but I thought they were super cool. I would take like paper towel rolls and like the
Wow.
cardboard from them and
Yeah.
like old boxes, and I would try to make some.
Oh.
They're pretty cool. I made a bazooka once. It got thrown away. That was the whole thing. Stupid neighbors.
Oh.
You made
I-
a cardboard bazooka?
That's
It's
amazing.
pretty cool.
Did
It was
you
like
make
one of
the-
those boxy ones that you see in like Far Cry.
Did you
or
make
something.
wow.
did you make cardboard rockets?
I wish that would have been even cooler. Like blow on the one end.
I think I'd mentioned this before, but when I was a kid, like I enjoyed cartoons and like kid shows like that and stuff like that. But what I enjoyed watching the most was sports and football, and having my parents record the games so I could watch the game. So I could watch the game back
that mic.
multiple times throughout the week.
Yeah.
I thought that was like no other kids doing that. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I was obsessed.
Oh yeah, for me that would probably be my thing, because I don't know sports nearly as well as I used to. But I used to be the type of kid to where I could list like every single player on the roster for baseball, football, and basketball. I used to be able to do it for all the teams.
When
and
I
would know,
first met you,
Well, I was one of those kids to where I watched Sports Center and like Sports Nation and
Yeah.
like all the other shows that were on ESPN. I watched those religiously, so I knew the teams very, very well.
Yeah.
So I knew the ins and outs of all of them. So that was probably my big thing, was just knowing a whole bunch of stuff about sports teams.
totally.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you? Wait, no, I
What's
never
the
heard
question
you.
again?
When you were a kid, what was unique about you?
I don't really know.
You don't know.
Probably your accent.
Yeah, I had a
Gotcha.
lot stronger accent when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh,
I really
when I met
did.
you, you were a good
It was,
old
like,
country boy.
thick. I don't know why it was so thick, but it was. And everyone thought it was like really strong.
Like they would try and get you to say things.
Yeah, it was
I
like
think
at that
you,
point.
you grew up
point.
on a farm.
Partly came from your
I guess.
mom. I can hear it some in your mom.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
How
Yeah,
do you?
I guess
How do?
that.
Yeah. How do you blow a job interview in one sentence?
Do you guys do background checks?
Yeah.
So,
This doesn't affect my other 3 jobs, does it?
tell me about the time off.
And
Yeah.
are your drug tests frequent? Or
Oh,
Do
no.
I have to work
act-
Fridays?
An actual tip is at the end of an interview, if they say like, "Oh, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask?" and you say no or nothing, that's a bad sign. You
Yeah.
don't want to. You want to ask something. The only time, ironically, I didn't in my interview, but the only reason why I didn't is because I was pretty much offered the job, and it was just I had to think about it. So I got caught off guard, and I'm just like, no, I guess I don't have any questions. I mean, you offered me the job, but
Yeah.
unless they offer you the job or something, if they're like, "Oh, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask?" The answer is yes. Ask them something. Like
Even if it's like, what's the hardest thing about working here?
yeah, even if
Yep.
it's just something generic or whatever, just it helps show interest in that. Like even if you do a quick Google search
Yeah,
or
that's
something,
fair.
like definitely like that's an actual tip. If they ask you at the end, would you like to ask anything? Ask them something, just something.
So, what's your biggest fault? I'm a little bit of a perfectionist.
Oh, I hate that question.
What's your greatest strength and weakness? Well,
I
think
care
it's
work
too much.
too
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Golly.
I was actually I was gonna ask what. Okay, you know how I think when you're asked what is your biggest weakness, that's just like so cliche, and I think a lot of times you're gonna have to make up an answer
Yeah.
unless you're just brutally honest with yourself.
Just too hard on
Yeah.
myself.
What is
Oh.
what's your like answer when you when
Oh,
you're asked that?
I know.
Huh.
In jobs, I have a tendency to not want to fail superiors or coworkers, and I oversell my ability to do a task.
That's fair.
when I can't, when I know I can't or don't know how to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you get that question, you do have to give an actual answer.
Yeah.
Like,
But not
employers don't want-
one that's like incriminating.
bad.
You
Yeah,
know?
well, yeah, not
Yeah.
one that's incriminating. Yes, you don't want to be.
I got-
What's your biggest weakness on the job? It's like, well, I steal a lot of property from the company. I just steal
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm not buying any staplers. I'm just gonna steal yours.
Shout out to the last couple podcasts ago. That was so. I just.
Yeah, 2 podcasts ago, last Wednesday. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Shmev. Do we got 1 or 2 more?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
No. All right.
It's such
All
a
right, now let's
confusing
stop doing
thing.
inside jokes for the
Okay.
poor audience.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
yeah. I
and-
wonder
and
what
we
people
should.
think when we do stuff like that. I promise, if you hear anything weird, it's probably an inside joke.
We have a
Yeah.
lot of them.
We have so many.
We usually
Which is
don't.
really bad that we do it on here. I
Well, we
guess.
don't usually explain
Selfishly,
them.
I find it very funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of one. What is the most attractive thing a girl can do?
That's hard.
I mean, do you want like an actual answer to that?
No, Evan. I want a fake answer.
Be hot.
Okay.
No, no,
Give
an,
it-
an
give it
actual, no,
a
an
deeper
actual
answer.
No, an actual answer. That was a joke answer. An actual answer is, I know it sounds like lame or cliche or something, but I mean, just be kind and like show an actual interest in me. Like to me, that would be the most attractive thing about
Yeah.
a girl. Is just, I mean, one, I'm a Christian, so it would be like loving God and having a strong connection to Christ. But for those of you who aren't Christian or whatever, I would just say the biggest thing is just genuinely show interest in me and be kind. That would be the biggest thing, because I may joke
Yeah.
about like, oh, be hot or whatever. In all honesty, I really don't care that much about that. I really don't. Like, it's just, are you a good person? Do you treat me right? Like, more stuff like that.
Yeah, and I feel like, everything you just said, that I feel, yeah, that's dead on.
Dude, for
It
me,
is.
sense of humor. I like a funny girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least someone
Yeah.
to be able to joke around with. It
Yes.
would be very, if you want to use the word unattractive or whatever, if you're trying to joke around with someone, they're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
I mean, y'all know me,
boring.
how much I joke around. Like, I
Yeah.
need someone to be able to do that,
Like
too.
really sarcastic.
Match
Yes.
that in.
Yeah.
Understands dry humor.
You know, something I've been thinking about too is have you seen this like feed going around lately that girls have been posting on social media? Like, why is it that every guy thinks that I'm flirting with them when I'm just trying to be nice? And I think I finally clicked. Guys in general, unless it's coming from another guy, are never approached or asked how they are doing, like truly. And I feel like girls, when they show that level of care to another person, especially a guy, that comes off as like really attractive, and we're drawn towards them because we don't get that.
Yeah, drawn towards
level
someone
of-
caring.
We don't get a lot of
Yeah.
attention
Yeah,
or
okay.
something.
Yeah.
I could see
can
that
see
for most
that.
people.
Like,
Yeah.
because as men, it's hard for me as another guy that I'm not really close friends with to ask them like, hey, how are you really doing?
And maybe that's a
And that
reason
comes
why.
easier for girls, I think.
No, that makes sense. And I was gonna say that may also be a reason why, like, I may not find girls like flirty or whatever that much personally, because I was raised by. I mean, don't get me. I had my dad and everything. I'm not saying that, but I had
Yeah.
a lot of like girls and female presences in my life, like between teachers and my one at least full sibling being a sister and being around my mom a lot and just a lot of other women. I'm kind of used to that, and I'm used to seeing the interactions and all that. So
Totally.
no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Would you guys agree?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%
At least
with what
overall,
you
yeah.
said.
I think you could even flip it to the other way around. Like girls, if there's a guy that's like just nice to them or whatever, they might think too that like you're trying to flirt with them. But
Yeah, if they're
Yeah,
not used
and
to
I'm,
it.
see
I'm
that, yeah.
genuinely.
Flip it.
I can't tell, Leighton. How many girls at band have told you that I am super flirtatious?
I think everyone says that.
I've been
They say
told
that,
so many
yeah.
times I'm super
You're very
flirtatious, but I
flirtatious.
genuinely care.
yeah, you do.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what they're taking as flirtatious.
Yeah, I think they just
Yeah.
see
You're
that
very
you're
personable,
caring.
personable, and relatable
Personable.
and talkative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't flirting with you.
Oh no, what he said. Like if you take an active interest in my life or show any sense of caring,
Yeah.
like you said, like yeah, I would probably notice you if I was attracted to you, but if you're like physically attracted to you, I mean, but if you take an actual interest in my life and you're conversational and like you said funny, then that's where that kind of furthers it. So
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, you need to have some sort of physical attraction to a certain degree, but I mean,
yeah, it's not as important
not
as people think.
nearly as
you could be
important as
purple.
other stuff. Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
like an Oompa Loompa
I don't know what that is, but okay.
from from either Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Oh.
Factory.
Yeah.
Well, also I
don't
don't know
mean
if they're
literally.
purple. I'm probably gonna get roasted, being like, "Oh, they're not purple. They're
It's
this
violet.
color."
So, all right, last question.
Ooh.
All right.
What, if anything, were you falsely accused of?
Oh.
Have I been?
I have an answer.
Falsely
Here, I'll give
accused
it.
of.
I'll give my story. I was in
Being
school.
flirtatious.
Yeah, being flirtatious. No, I was in school one day. I was in 7th grade, and I was at lunch with my friends, just eating and talking or whatever. And our SRO officer, which is like the main police officer in the school or whatever, he walks in and he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Evan, I need you to come with me." I was like, "Oh gosh." So I go up to his office, and he starts showing me like security footage of someone like walking into the bathroom, walking out, and he said one of the teachers went in there and saw that the bathroom was just teepeed, had stuff on the walls, and toilet paper was everywhere, and he was like, "Is that you right there?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." But what he failed to, I've never understood this, is there were so many people that were in that bathroom after me and before the teacher went. So why me? Why do you why me? What did I do? It got to the point where he was like, for sure it was me. I started crying because I never did anything
Oh,
wrong in
man.
school.
Was
That's
it the
terrible.
same teacher that yelled at you?
No. No. But yeah, he started. It was almost like I was in a interrogation.
Yeah.
I was like being
That's a
interrogated.
big old
That's frightening.
Nothing ever happened to me, but he was like, for sure it was me.
How old were you
Yeah,
again?
how old were
I
you?
was in 7th grade, so 12 or 13.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Even
wow.
at that age,
Yeah.
that'd be traumatizing.
Yeah.
No, for me, it would probably be just. I haven't been like seriously accused of anything bad. It would probably be my mom. There were a couple times where my mom was convinced I was lying about something. Like I know something got moved, I forgot exactly what it was, but I think it was something important, and it got moved or whatever. And my mom was like, "It must have been you," because I was probably like 7 or 8. And I remember just like crying and being like, "I didn't do it. I didn't move it." And she was like, "No, it must have been you. You must have moved it or something." So I can only think of something along those lines. But luckily, I'm very fortunate to where I can say I have not been accused of that much. I've never even been like pulled over or anything. Like I'm in good standing with stuff.
Gosh, I have been pulled over an ungodly amount of times for stupid stuff too. But we won't. Get
Oh
into
my
that this
gosh.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they pulled you over and they're like, "Sir, do you have a license to be bald?"
I got a license to be this good looking.
Ooh,
No,
that
not
is
funny.
all.
Okay.
That's
False.
All right.
That's only a
Well,
license in
I'm
Canada.
gonna go cry
Got
myself to
you.
sleep. It's BRB.
All right, Presley. What
Hey,
about
lied.
you?
This smells like.
Have you been
nutmeg.
accused of anything, Presley?
Yeah, I think I get accused oftentimes. Maybe not verbally, but a lot of the times people assume I'm off-putting, or not literal pudding, but
Yes, that
no,
got-
I mean like
that's fine.
because
Oh,
I'm
you
generally
quit pudding? Oh
Yeah.
man, good for you. That's so
No,
good for your diet.
I'm generally quieter, especially if I don't know you. So if
Like
we're not interacting,
standoffish.
standoffish. But really, I'm just kind of quiet, and I don't really open up until I get to know you.
I'm the
Because I'm a
exact
lot.
I'm a lot to handle.
I'm a lot to handle with these Presley thoughts. So if I come on too strong, I'm gonna scare you off. So
I mean, I'm the same when I'm around new people, or even if it's just a group that's big enough. Like with a group of guys this big, I'm fine with it. But if
Yeah.
the group gets like any bigger, I get overwhelmed really easily. So I just like need to go, and it's not like I'm upset with people or that it's this or that. It's just I'm like, it's a lot for me to handle. It's almost like a sensory overload.
Sensory overload.
I used to get accused of flirting, but besides
Over-
that, I don't really
Yeah,
know.
well,
Overly
in my
flirtatious.
defense, he was very flirtatious with me. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I
First
thought he had a
time
crush
I
on
met
me.
Zach,
Granted, I may have flirted back a few times, but we won't get into that today.
It's like, ooh, look at this little drum lick. I'm like, are you flirting with me right now?
Dude, look at this thing I just learned.
All right, guys. That's all the time we're gonna have today. Presley, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Just him.
Just him.
Hey,
Yeah, this is
hey,
special thanks to Presley.
Presley,
Presley,
thank you.
are you okay?
No, that's
I think
another.
so.
Presley,
That's another
are you-
inside
are
joke
you
that
okay?
they're not gonna understand.
I don't care.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot all about that
I
until you
did
just
too.
said that.
This man, a little quick story before we end real quick. This man, while we were at a party, kept walking up to me every 5 minutes and asking me if I was okay.
I wasn't
It
even
was
a
so
part
funny.
of
It was-
whatever
I was
conversation
fine. I was fine.
you were having. I just
was
walked up.
absolutely fine.
Hey, Zach, are you okay?
Well, the funny part is
and
that
then
he also got like me.
He
and
got like
Leighton,
3
and-
other people on it, and then this other random stranger picked up on it and then started asking
That
me.
is amazing.
Everyone
job,
was
guys.
doing
Good
it.
job.
It was amazing.
Great job.
Presley,
Anyways,
high five in spirit.
Presley,
Evan,
I really do appreciate that you're here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
you're
Zach,
welcome.
you're making me cringe so bad right now.
Yeah, what makes you cringe? Bald Zach.
Yes.
Oh.
No, Presley.
Well, actually, haired Zach would also.
No.
Leighton?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Way
here.
worse.
Yeah. Is my eye red?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very
It
red.
literally feels. I'm not even. It feels like it's gonna fall out.
Yeah, Leighton.
Oh,
all right,
no.
we need to
All
go.
right, we need to
Yeah.
get
But
out of
most
here.
importantly, thank you guys for being here, for listening to us, and
Yes.
listening to
Thank
us
you.
talk about whatever in the crap we talk
Second
about each
Wednesday.
time. Yeah,
Second
yeah, second hump day
Wednesday.
we're recording, or whenever you're listening to this. Yeah, join us for episode 26, which will be out on Sunday.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on wherever we are. There's links everywhere. Just find us. Look up the Awkward Tapes on something.
Oh, yeah.
You'll find us somewhere.
You'll find us
Up
somewhere,
y'all.
we're saying.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yep.
big pink tractor.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.
All right, out of here. Peace out.